Hi beautiful people, I hope you're all really well. Welcome to another pick a card reading. Today's reading we're going to be doing is request, and it's to find out if you are close to finding a new relationship or a connection with someone, and whatever energies might come with that. There might be some advice or some blockages that you might need to know about, which will come up in your reading. Now, if you guys haven't watched any of my readings before, this is how it works. So basically, you are choosing with your own intuition what pile of cards it is that you will get your message from, okay? So we'll have 4 piles of cards, which I'm going to show you very shortly, and you are going to pick which pile it is that you are most drawn to, okay? Now, I know some of you guys watch all of the piles, and that's totally up to you. However, I advise, in order to get a really clear, concise message, to not cause confusion, I would just pick one pile, okay? And just take the reading with a grain of salt, okay? Because time is an illusion and energy is fluid, so things can change very quickly. But this is just going to give you a little bit of insight, okay? All right, guys, here are the 4 piles of cards you have to choose from. So we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Now, you cannot choose the wrong pile of cards, okay? You'll get the message you need to know, just have faith. So if you'd like to pause the video to have a think about it a little bit longer, please do so, because I'm about to start the reading. Okay. So if these are the cards you chose, this is pile 1. Let's find out what's going on for you, or what is coming up in regards to a connection or a potential relationship. Okay, so these are the cards that you guys chose. So straight up I have the Knight of Cups. Man or woman, whatever resonates. What I'm picking up here is that in the past, I feel like you have been made offers before, or you have made offers to other people. And they've been offers that have been made from the heart, okay? And I kind of feel like you give yourselves very easily. You are led by your heart. Now we then have the 6 of Cups clarifying here. So I'm kind of picking up the vibe that perhaps you guys have been hoping that someone from the past would come back to you. Or maybe perhaps you're still living in the past, or reminiscing from a relationship or a connection that you have had in the past. Now, that has made it a little bit difficult for you guys to move on, as it would. But yeah, this is energy that you kind of need to know about. So just being aware of the fact that you can sometimes stay too much in your past, which makes it difficult for other people to come in and offer you love, or it makes it difficult for you to be able to offer love as well. So it's really about being able to move past the past from old relationships, okay? And knowing that new love can come in. Now, we then have the Page of Pentacles. So what this is telling me is that there is going to be some sort of offer coming in soon, or you are going to be making someone an offer. Now, this offer that's going to be coming in is going to be one, or the connection that you're going to be having with someone is a connection that's going to be a little bit more slow moving. This particular person is going to be looking for something really stable, or you're going to be looking for something really stable. So you've got to take this reading as it resonates. So it might be you wanting to make someone an offer, or it might be someone wanting to make you an offer, but there's definitely some sort of offer or connection definitely coming in, but it's going to be slow moving. It's going to start with perhaps maybe that person just wanting to be friends with you, or wanting to be friends with them, just to really tease out and get to know this person, on whether it's worth there being a bigger offer, okay? Now we then have the Queen of Pentacles, which is clarifying this. So this is telling me that, yeah, woman or man, it doesn't matter, but yeah, this is really reiterating that this offer that's going to be coming in is going to be one with someone who is quite down to earth. There's someone that's well established, as in they're pretty good with money, they're aware of money, they like to have a comfortable life, They're salt of the earth. They're very humble. They're very loyal. And they know how to look after themselves, and they're very, very nurturing as well. So this is really lovely. But I do feel like it's going to be a slow start, because they're the type of people that really want to know who you are before they invest themselves too much, because they themselves are very cautious with investments, if that makes sense, on not just on a financial side of things, but also with their heart. Now we then have the 5 of Wands. So what this is telling me is that perhaps you or this person that's going to be coming in, there's going to be a little bit of competition, I think. I think there's going to be a few people that may be interested in this particular person. So you might find yourself with a little bit of competition, because I do feel like this person that's going to be coming in is quite grounded and nurturing, and I feel like they're the type of person that a lot of people are looking for, if that makes sense. Now we then have the Chariot, so it's going to be about making a decision about which way to go. Okay, so whether it's you that is going to feel like you're in competition and having to battle other people to get this person's attention, or whether it's the other person having to do that, is whatever will resonate with you. But I do feel like there are other people that are going to be in the picture, and I do feel like it's going to be a little bit of a struggle, but I kind of feel like all of this is going to be happening very, very quickly. And I feel like you're really going to be wanting to make a decision in regards to what direction this connection is going to be going in. Okay, so when they do come in, it's going to be coming in quickly. It's going to be coming in fast, and I do feel like there's going to be a little bit of competition, or you're going to feel like there's competition, and you're really going to want to move forward because of this, and you're going to want to try and get some sort of investment in this relationship fairly quickly. You're going to want to know which way it's going fairly quickly as well. But you do have to keep in mind that this person is, as I said before, a slow moving energy, so you can't rush them into a decision, otherwise that is something that could potentially push them away. Okay, now we then have the Lovers. So what this is telling me is that you're definitely going to have to make a choice. Okay, so Lovers is about making a choice, and this might be a choice between two people perhaps, or a few people, or perhaps it's basically a choice about a relationship and whether you're going to allow it to happen. And it's a pretty big one. It's a pretty meaningful relationship. It's not something that's just sort of casual. This is something serious. So pile 1, in summary, I kind of do feel like you guys have been waiting for someone from the past to return, or either that, or you've been living too much in the past, which has blocked you from new people coming in. There is someone coming in that's going to make you some sort of offer. It's going to be a slow moving offer, because this person is really thinking about the amount of energy and time they want to put into you, and also they are someone that is very nurturing. They're someone that is very down to earth. They've got a lot of earth elements. I do feel like perhaps there is going to be a little bit of a battle. So perhaps you may have a bit of competition in regards to, being able to really pin this person down, or you're the one that's going to have people chasing after you, and perhaps having to make some sort of decision in whether you are going to go with one person or another. Okay, and whether you're going to be willing to invest in, or what relationship you're going to be willing to invest in, because I do feel like you guys are going to have a choice to make. Okay, so there's definitely someone coming in. I do feel like they are very humble. I feel like they're very down to earth. They're someone that is reliable, loyal, and trustful, that's for sure. There is some sort of competition around it. There is going to be a direction that's going to need to be, this person that's coming in really wants to go one way or another, if that makes sense. You're going to need to make a decision, basically. So pile 1, I hope that resonated. Please feel free to leave feedback and comments below. If you would like a more personalized reading as well, you can find all my details in the description box below. Lots of love, light, and blessings to you. Okay, pile 2. If these are the cards you chose, this is your reading. So So to start off with, we have the Seven of Vessels. I do feel like you guys have been mourning a past relationship. I also feel like perhaps in the past there, you know, there's been I feel like you guys did make a decision in the past in regards to a relationship that you were in, and it was a difficult decision to make, but you did make a decision to be with this person and it didn't work out. And I do feel that almost maybe sometimes as well you have too many choices to make, as in perhaps you're someone that hasn't really committed per se to one particular person in the past, and you've sort of just gone from relationship to relationship, and because of that you sort of go into this energy of feeling loss and grief, because it's like I feel like you're a little bit undecided at times. We then have the moon on the water clarifying this. So yeah, I feel like you get very emotionally attached to perhaps the illusion of people or what you think people are going to be like, and that causes a lot of heartache for you, and it causes you to feel really unbalanced. It causes your emotions to be unbalanced. So yeah, I do feel like this is something that you really need to be made aware of, is the fact that you need to be able to balance your emotions a little bit more in order to see the picture clearly, per se. Now, I do feel that we have the Six of Bows coming in, so there is a chance for someone to be coming in soon. I cannot give you a timeline because I don't like giving timelines because things can change, but this is also really telling me that you need to be thinking about really being more mindful of the things that you have, practicing gratitude more, and allowing things to come in, if that makes sense. Realizing that there are choices, but also that, you know, it's about thinking about what it is that you're passionate about, and what it is that you do want to put your energy into, because I do feel like there's definitely someone coming in. We have the Ace of Bows. Okay, so someone really passionate is going to be coming in, that's for sure. Someone that wants a passionate new start with you. Now, we then have the King of Vessels, man or woman. This is just energy. So what this is telling me is this person that's going to be coming in is someone who is very emotionally mature. They are someone that is really conscious of their feelings and their emotions. They are people that are very good at controlling their emotions as well. And the reason why they do this is because of the fact that they are extremely sensitive people and they are extremely emotional people, okay? And because of this, I kind of feel like they've been able to tame their emotions and how they feel, or they're very good at looking like they know how to tame their emotions, but they're very emotionally aware, they're very emotionally driven, they're very sensitive people, okay? And they love to love. We then have the Nine of Vessels. So what this is telling me is that this person that's coming in is fulfilled within themselves. They've been able to fill their own cups or fill their own vessels. So you're not really going to, this is a person that is self-fulfilled, is basically what I'm trying to say. They're at an emotionally mature level where they've been able to love themselves, which is awesome, okay? Now, we then have the word of advice is the hooded man, okay? So what this is telling me is this is really reiterating what I was saying before about this person that's coming in. They are someone that has spent a lot of time, they're a person that spent time by themselves. They're a person that has spent time doing a lot of soul searching. Perhaps they're quite a spiritual person. They are someone who is happy to be alone. They're not the type of person or people that, they're not the type of person that needs to be in a relationship to be happy, because as I said before, they've filled their own cups, they have their own self-love, and they would be someone who, if they're not happy in a connection, would be okay with walking away from it, because they've spent a lot of time soul searching, okay? So if you're the type of person that likes someone who's emotionally mature and who can be more independent, and that isn't self-reliant on you, and that isn't going to be too codependent, and this is the type of person that's going to be coming in. So if you're into that, that's really awesome, but just be aware of this, okay? This person has spent a lot of time working on themselves. They know what they want. They are emotional. They do want a passionate relationship. They do want a passionate beginning, new beginning with you. But they are very, very self-realized and actualized, okay? So what I'm also picking up from you guys is, please don't worry if sometimes they seem a little bit sort of maybe too independent, because they're not. They're very confident, okay? So they're not clingy people is what I'm saying. So don't take it the wrong way if they're not all over you all the time. It doesn't mean that they don't have feelings for you, but they know how to hold themselves really well is what I'm picking up. Okay, pile 2, I really hope that resonated, and I hope that's given you some clarification. Please feel free to leave feedback and comments below, guys. And if you would like a more personalized reading, you can find all my details in the description box below. Thank you. Okay, pile 3, if these are the cards you chose, this is your reading. So these are the cards that you guys got. So to start off with, we have flowering. So what this is telling me is, I do feel that you guys have spent, I'm getting that you guys have been spending a lot of time on working on yourselves, working on your own self-love. Perhaps you've been on a bit of a spiritual adventure, been spending some time really getting to know yourself and blossoming into this beautiful person that you are, realizing your self-worth, your confidence, and you're in a pretty good state at the moment. We then have tuning in, clarifying this. So this is really reiterating what I was saying. So I'm really picking up that you've been able to spend time reflecting. You're a lot more conscious than you used to be. So therefore, you're really going to be able to, the next person that you're going to be attracting in is going to be quality, or the next person that you are going to be attracting in, you are going to be aware of the fact that you know what you want and what's good for you and what isn't good for you. So this is really good. Now we then have We Are the World. So what this is telling me is there's a big change coming up for you guys really, really soon. I don't know whether you're traveling, whether you're thinking of traveling, whether you're thinking of moving, but there is a big change coming up. Or perhaps there's someone coming into your life that is from a different part of the world, or a different cultural background from you. We then have schizophrenia, which is clarifying this. So what this is telling me is this is really going to be putting you into a spin, because I feel like this person that's the next person that's going to be coming in for you is going to be changing everything. Or the fact that you've been doing so much work on yourself is really going to change your world. And I feel like it's going to make you sometimes feel undecided about the way you think or about the way you feel about particular relationships, because it's kind of like you want to find this right balance for yourself within someone, which is fair enough. So I'm really getting with this particular pile that I don't think there's anyone rushing in anytime soon. I think this is more so talking about you and the work that you've done on yourself and why it's going to be so good for you. Now, we then have sharing. So what this is telling me is that you're definitely coming into this energy of feeling fulfilled within yourself. And because you're going to be like this, you're more likely to attract this type of person into your life as well. The more that you're sharing, the more love that you give, the more compassion you have, the more empathy you show, that's the type of energy you're going to be attracting back to you, which is beautiful. So we've got to be what we want, if that makes sense. Now we then had adventure, clarifying this. So yeah, I definitely feel that, I kind of feel like you're going to be definitely, I just have a sense that the next connection you're going to have is going to be with someone that's a little bit unique and different, maybe a little bit exotic. And I do feel like you're going to be taking a new adventure with this person. I kind of feel like the next person that's going to be coming into your life as well is going to be quite childlike. But they're also, they're childlike as in they have this innocence of adventure and wanting to do and try new things with you, go to new places. So yeah, I just get this feeling of someone from overseas or someone from a different background coming in. but this is more so about you also, you know, learning more about yourself, learning about the different values you have, because there is a big life-changing thing coming up for you. Yeah, the next person that comes in your life is definitely going to be enriching, and you're definitely going to be learning something from them. They're going to be a little bit different. Okay, now the word of advice we have is isolation. So what this is telling me is just to be cautious in regards to isolating yourself too much. I kind of feel like you guys worry too much about being heartbroken. I feel like you guys perhaps sometimes, yeah, you definitely worry too much about what can go wrong. And if you do get too close to someone, having your heart broken. And this is something that you really need to be conscious of. You need to be conscious of the fact that you can sometimes isolate yourself, and that sometimes you can, I'm picking up here, self-sabotage as well. I know that sometimes when we find someone that's really good, we can sometimes self-sabotage if we haven't done enough work on ourselves, because we have this fear that this person's going to leave us. So just be really careful of that. Be really mindful of the fact that you can self-sabotage sometimes, and that you also need to not worry too much about being hurt. I know it's easy for me to say, but if a relationship is what you want, you need to be able to let go of that fear, because nothing lasts forever as well, you know. So you could find someone and you could be with them till you're 90 and you die together, or you could find someone and you're only together for 2 or 3 years. But I say it's better to have loved and lost than not loved at all, okay? And we all have lessons to learn from everyone. So yeah, just be mindful of that. Sometimes you worry too much about heartache and about the suffering that can come with it. And that can really block you from finding a really good connection. But I can see that you guys have been doing a lot of work on yourselves, and that there's going to be a big change coming in soon, okay? All right, so pile 3, I hope that resonated. Please feel free to leave feedback and comments below. I love reading the feedback that you guys leave me. It's really awesome, and it helps me grow as a reader as well, okay? So lots of love, light, and blessings to you. Now we are going to go on to pile 4, last but very not least. Now, these are your cards. So we have Page of Pentacles. So this is all about, I feel like either you or other people have made offers in the past before, but they're not offers that have been really stable enough for anything to really come out of it, if that makes sense. Now, we then have the Queen of Wands clarifying this. So I do feel like there's been offers made in the past before, or you've had offers come in that are really quite passionate. And I do feel like you're looking for someone that's got a lot of passion and charisma. You're looking for someone that's really beautiful. You're really into aesthetics. You want someone, yeah, that's fiery and passionate. Which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's the type of people or the offers that you've had come in the past, but I don't really feel like they've been offers that have worked long term, if that makes sense. Now we then have the 3 of Cups. So what this is telling me is that I do think that there may be an offer or several offers coming in soon. I'm also picking up that perhaps you guys maybe fantasize a little bit too much about what people look like, or you perhaps think too much about what people look like on a superficial level. This can hinder relationships, this can hinder connections, and this can hinder people coming in and connecting with you, okay? Because if you're someone that sort of has this energy of like, having a lot of choices, or being really shallow in regards to how people look, or this can be on any level, okay? So maybe if you, I just kind of get this energy from you guys that whatever sex that you're attracted to, I think sometimes you sort of fantasize about it too much, and you have almost this like unrealistic ideal of how women or men should be, whatever resonates for you. Perhaps you put it on too much of a pedestal. Perhaps you put too much attention into, the type of aesthetics of things. And if you want a real connection with someone, and one that's deep, you're really going to have to reconsider what it is that you're thinking about, reconsider what it is that you're looking at, reconsider what you're taking in on your subconscious mind. Also know that people check you out, okay? So if you're like on a dating website or something like that, or you're starting to know someone, they can be looking at your social media and checking out who you're following and what you're looking at, because that tells you a lot about yourself, okay? So just be careful of the fact that, what I'm getting here in summary, guys, is that whatever you want to be attracting into yourself, make sure that that's something that you're wanting yourself. So if you want someone that isn't going to be lusting after other people, you need to be that as well, because I do feel like that's there sometimes. Now we then have the Five of Wands. This is telling me that, this can cause conflict. If you're with someone or you offer someone something and they feel like there's other options, or that you may be looking elsewhere, or it's just, as I said before, it's just this whole vibe of having options and maybe lusting too much over other people, and this causes conflict, and it also causes confusion for you as well, because it doesn't really give you that clear indication of what it is, or it doesn't really give you the ability to truly manifest what it is that you want. And I kind of feel like you guys are the type of people that want something really solid. So in order for you to have that, you've really got to think about what it is that you're thinking about, what it is that you're looking at every day, if that makes sense. Now, I do feel like you will have someone coming in soon who is going to change your world, okay? This person is really unique. You're going to like them a lot, and they're going to change your world. Things are going to change really quickly for you when this person comes in. Now we then have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so this is also telling me that this person, man or woman, is going to be wanting an offer, or they're going to be looking for a relationship or a connection that is really stable. They want a person who is very secure. They want a person who is loyal. Loyalty is massive in this reading, people. That's what I'm picking up. They want someone that is loyal. They want someone who is going to be secure. They want someone with a solid foundation. They want someone that's going to be there in the long term. They don't want someone that's wishy-washy. And I feel like you have this same energy too. So in order, as I said to you before, in order for you to attract this right type of person into your life, which is definitely possible, and it is going to change your life, you really need to be standing your ground. You really need to be more humble in your love. You need to be really thinking, if I don't want this person, constantly, having infatuations with other men or women, or, following people on social media that they're lusting after, that is the type of energy I'm picking up here. I'm being honest, then you need to be that as well, because this next person coming in is going to change your world, and I think they're also going to change the way you see things in regards to commitment. Now we then have the Queen of Swords, man or woman. So this particular person coming in is going to be very clear cut, okay? There's someone that's going to be very, very straightforward and honest, and they're expecting that from you too. They want you to be honest. They want you to be clear cut. Now, sometimes this person may be a little bit standoffish and ice-ish, like an ice king or queen, and that's because they're really sussing you out. They really want to be with someone who is just going to want to be with you. They want someone that's going to want a commitment. So if they feel a little bit cold at first, and if they are a little bit hard to read, it's because they probably have been hurt before, and they want to make sure that you're the right person. There's someone that can be very, very rational and logical, okay? But it's for a reason. So you really need to be focusing on what it is that you want to attract. If you want someone that's stable, loyal, and committed, then you need to be that as well on every level and in every aspect of your life, okay? So that's what I'm getting for you guys, pile 4. I hope that's resonated. Another message I'm picking up from you guys is that yes, just really think about the offerings that you're making to people, or about offers that are coming in. Don't be too fooled by just passion. Don't be led just by physical appearance all the time or chemistry. It's very important to have that, I get that, but don't get carried away by fantasies of things, if that makes sense, okay? Because at the end of the day, a lot of things aren't real in this world, and there's a lot of illusion. So really get to know people and understand that if people take a while to get to know you, sometimes people come across a little bit icy. It doesn't mean they're not interested. It just means that, you know, they've gone through a lot and they're taking their time, okay? Because this next person that's going to be coming in is going to be a very strong personality, and they're going to want a proper solid commitment, okay? Alright guys, I hope that resonated. I hope that's clarified some things for you. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. If you think that someone else might get something out of this video or might enjoy watching it, please feel free to share. I'd really appreciate that. If you could also like, share and subscribe. Well, share as I said before, but if you could subscribe as well, that would be really awesome. That will help me out. And if you want to be able to see my new readings as they come in, you can press the little bell, which is the notification button, which means that if you're subscribed, every time a new video comes out, you will get a notification. Okay guys, between now and next reading, lots of love, light and blessings to you all. Thank you so much for your ongoing support and love.